Well, Grammy wrap up from last night. Biggie. I have every single winner. So if anybody
You do?
Yeah.
Spoken word?
I'm sorry, I have all but one winner. I apologize.
Okay.
Did anybody get a spoken word Grammy and sort of back their way into an EGOT?
Not that I've read.
No.
Not that I've heard.
I don't like that when that happens. It's
No,
like,
that happened before.
they have a Grammy for reading their book.
Yeah.
You know,
I think like maybe both of the Obamas or both
Yeah.
of the Clintons have Grammys.
I'm sure that's true. You know, not only the things that made headlines, Kanye West's wife was pretty much naked on the red carpet last night. They left.
I don't know enough about the code, the language, but I wonder if that woman was, when she was standing there next to Kanye, he was fully dressed. She was on the red carpet with an invisible dress.
Yes.
Bosoms out, butt crack, vagine.
All of it.
Everything was visible.
Yes.
The people who have to blur stuff and before they could print it are working overtime.
Oh, God.
But the unedited versions are out there.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to see it.
Yeah.
I wonder if she was blinking "Help me" in Morse code. You know,
It's possible. Has anybody picked up on that?
because
right?
the reveal was dramatic. She was in a long black fur coat when she arrived on the carpet, and then she turned her back to the cameras, knowing full well what was happening, and then slowly dropped the coat to the ground, and one of Kanye's handlers picked that up, and there it was, bare ass.
Sure, Barry.
Then she turned around, and there's bosoms.
I don't think it can ever be topped at any award show. I mean, now there's the meat dress from Lady Gaga a few years ago. I mean, every year there's somebody, headlines made when somebody wore something. This is completely out there.
The Today Show just did a wrap-up of the Grammys, did not mention Kanye.
Didn't mention it.
I think it's forgettable because this is so much what he does now and what she does. I mean, she's naked all the time. That's her thing.
But not in a setting like this.
Yes, but it's so, to me, it was very predictable.
You could have. So let me.
You're going to put money on DraftKings?
Let me get this straight. If I had said to you, do you think Kanye West's wife's going to show up to the Grammys completely nude? You just said it tracks.
Yes. And let me tell you why.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He knows more about
I've
it
been
than I do.
following
All
this.
right,
You're right.
That's
You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
They've been married for a few years, and her whole thing is that she is naked or almost naked or barely has anything on most of the places they go. And that is just what she does. And he does the same thing. He's standing there in now he's covered head to toe
Yeah.
in all black,
Yeah.
and he just stands there and she wears nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
they're always talking about how they're going to get divorced.
Right.
There's trouble with Kanye and his wife, but they only keep going and show up together. And I swear to you, I know it's hard to believe, but most people who follow entertainment
Yep.
would say, yeah, it tracks.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to use a phrase that Biggie uses a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I looked at the unedited footage this morning,
Of course.
and there it was. My favorite detail about this, now, because she's wearing, what's her name, Bianca?
Yes.
Bianca is wearing an invisible dress.
Yes.
Invisible. I mean, you can see
Yes.
nipple, butt crack, vagine.
Well, and you're right. I saw the blurred version, and it was like blur, blur. I mean, there was
blur.
I thought either my eyes or the computer was going wrong.
No.
I got my readers on,
No.
and it's just blur, blur.
She's a
blur.
very fit woman.
Yeah.
Very fit woman.
Yeah.
But as she's walking from one part of she walks from one part of the red carpet. I guess there's a group of photographers here. Then she moves maybe 15 feet down the line for the next group of photographers. She's pulling the dress down. Like the hem is riding up.
Yes, let's. Yeah.
There's nothing there.
We want to be.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she's modest.
Yeah.
She's modest.
If nothing else.
Let's pull that down a little bit. I don't want to show too much.
Can we see her vagina, please, Bianca? Yes.
All right. Let me get this hymn-line out of the way. So maybe we've got public events here. One of us should put on like a little Speedo and see who says the next day, yeah, that tracks.
Boring.
That's boring. That's expected. No big deal. How about the one speech I heard was, this is Grammys, and I don't know much about it at all, that made a lot of impact was from Chappell Roan, who's that's a name I've been reading for about 6 months, who's really come onto the scene. She won. Was it Best New Artist that she
Yes.
won? Okay. So Chappell Roan says when she gets up there, she's taking on insurance.
I told myself if I ever won a Grammy and I got to stand up here in front of the most powerful people in music, I would demand that labels and the industry profiting millions of dollars off of artists would offer a livable wage and health care, especially to developing artists. Record labels need to treat their artists as valuable employees with a livable wage and health insurance and protection. Labels, we got you, but do you got us?
I didn't know you didn't get insurance from your label. I didn't know that there was no healthcare plan.
Well,
I don't think there's much of anything.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
I think they're just contract employees, so
Yeah.
Label. Now you all know more about music than I do. I feel
I thought
like
they were dead.
That's why I thought. What's the point in a label?
Nobody had labels
Why is there
anymore.
a label? I mean, to me, I thought you put it out on TikTok and everybody just
You
goes
make a
from,
deal with SoundCloud or
Yeah.
Spotify.
and then everybody goes from there. And the label, it's not like the old days where you put out a vinyl album with some.
There are still vinyls, I guess.
But I mean, do you need Arista Records to come along, or whoever Columbia to come along and push your record?
sort of now they do make deals still, record labels. It does seem that artists do get paid a little more now. Because they have up front at least, because the record labels need the music, frankly, because of TikTok.
Of course.
And so they do get paid a little more, but I don't think they offer you a health care and benefits plan.
Clearly not.
no dental.
Yeah.
What's your
I don't think
401k?
the Beatles
Yeah.
got dental
Yeah,
from Capitol.
Well, they should have demanded it.
Yeah.
The Beatles should have been like, God darn, you better fix my grill. Yeah. I mean, some of these folks better be like, what's your dental coverage, and get on that. So they don't have to sit through a meeting like we do.
No.
Once a year.
Yeah. Now you should, if you.
Yeah, this next slide, it's not working, but I'll just go ahead and tell you it's in your packet.
Now, if you want
Once a year cleanings are covered. Your kids' braces are 50%.
now, even if you're going to decline the coverage, you have to go through and click decline.
You sign every page.
Excuse me, is there a naked woman sitting at the table? There is, but it tracks. It's Kanye's wife. Don't worry about
It's
it.
okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, she's a plus
It's
one.
Kanye.
Yeah, she needs this coverage. Last year she had an ingrown hair.
Yeah, the woman is hairless from the scalp down.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. All right, Sabrina Carpenter, stay out of the emergency room. Just go to urgent care. Please. You know what your copay is at the emergency room? My God. What are you doing? Chappell Roan says, we need you. Get our backs,